welcome to my channel. Today I have for you a bit of a chatty video, so I hope you enjoy this one. I know my videos can get quite rambly, so I'm going to try and ramble as little as possible, but that's hard and you know it. You know it's hard for me, so I'm really going to try my best. But yeah, today I want to talk to you about my hair. And I know I've done a hair story video before, but there have been some requests for me to talk about my new hair, which, in case you hadn't noticed, has changed a little bit. I don't know how well the light is picking it up, but I have changed my colour. It's a lot cooler than it was when I did my hair story video, so I thought I would do a video just to kind of recap and tell you a little bit about how my hair looks nice, given that some people wanted to know. Yeah, let's get straight into it, but before we do anything else, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will leave a link on the screen right now and a link in the info box below. I upload twice a week, and yeah, it would mean so much to me if you subscribe, so please don't forget, and please don't forget to hit the little bell button right next to the subscribe button so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, so let's talk hair, guys. So, basically, I will link my hair story video below so that you can kind of check on that if you don't know my hair history and you want to get a bit of a background story on how my hair got to this stage. But I'm going to tell you about my latest change. So when I did my hair story video, I had just cut my hair and I had my hair really long, so almost down to my waist, or actually a little bit past my waist. For the longest time, I decided to let it grow and grow and grow, and especially for my wedding, I really wanted to have it long so that I could, you know, put it up and do like nice updos and stuff like that. So, but then, come, I think it was around July time, I think end of July, I decided to cut my hair because I was just kind of a bit bored of having it so long. It was really unhealthy because I'd been colouring it, and when I went to India they sort of burnt the ends of my hair, and yeah, it was really damaged. So I decided to give it a good chop, and I decided to go for this kind of lob hairstyle. It was significantly shorter than what it's now. I think it was probably around here, so literally shoulder length. And yeah, I really loved it. The lob is obviously super in fashion. I think it's going to be a huge trend for 2017 as well. All the celebrities have sort of cut their hair short. So yeah, I really like this style and I thought I'd give it a go. I'd seen Olivia Palermo with this kind of lob hairstyle for a long time, and I was super inspired by her because she is like genuinely the kind of it girl that I look up to. So yeah, I decided I would go for a similar haircut, and I really liked it. But I am not the best person to keep up with my haircuts. I do get quite lazy, so I have let it grow out a little bit. I did get a haircut recently, but I did let it grow out a little bit. But the main thing I want to talk about in this video is my colour. So when I did my last video, I'd cut my hair, but I didn't do anything to the colour. And the last colour I'd had was Balyage, but it was more sort of ombre than Balyage, I would say. So the ends were quite light, the top was quite dark, and my Balyage started sort of from here, so there was a big chunk of hair at the top that didn't have any sort of colour on it, and my hair naturally is super black. So it looked really kind of, there was a big contrast between the roots and the ends of my hair, and I necessarily wasn't really digging that look. I know ombre is really in, but it really just wasn't cutting it for me. And ever since I decided I wanted to go lighter with my hair, so kind of do any balayage or highlights or anything to my hair, I always was after a cool toned kind of blondish brown, that kind of blonde colour. That's really what I wanted. So a very cool toned dark blonde kind of shade, and that's what I was really after, but no hair colorist could get that. I don't know why, I don't know, it never worked, but no one could get that. So I did get balayage after my wedding for the first time, and that's the first time my hair went quite cool. It wasn't really the color I wanted because it wasn't blonde enough, but it was quite cool toned. So I decided to do that. So I was quite happy with my hair at that stage, but then I felt that it was getting really damaged, and I think that was because obviously to lighten black hair, which is as dark as mine, you have to put quite a significant amount of bleach. And the hair colorist who did it for me, I'm guessing, left on the bleach for way too long, and my hair was super damaged. It was literally crispy, it wouldn't hold any curls, it wouldn't hold any style, it was just basically dead everywhere where it had been bleached to get it lighter. And the problem was, it was quite light. It was kind of a nice shade of cool toned brown, I would say, more than blonde when it got lightened, but very, very soon after, it just went a sort of very, very kind of orangey color. It literally looked like hay. I hated the color. And I didn't know what to do about it. So I was just kind of letting it grow out. Then I chopped the ends off and it looked a bit better because the midsection of my hair was not so light. So it sort of just looked brown, but it was still quite warm toned. So I will insert a picture on the screen now so you can see it, but it was still pretty warm toned and I really didn't like that. But doing a lot of research, I decided to finally try Despina from Michael John. She's been recommended by so many YouTubers. The first YouTuber that I heard speaking about her was Lydia. As you know, I love her channel. So she does her hair with her. Amelia Liana as well got her hair colored there, and a few other bloggers that I was kind of looking into getting their hair colored with Despina. So I thought, oh my god, she really must be a hair genius, and I loved what she'd done with Lydia's hair. So I decided to give it a go and bite the bullet and go to Michael John and get a consultation with her. This was, I think, around maybe September. I decided to go and talk to her, and because I'd had such a great experience, so Tamim cut my hair for the first time. He's also from Michael John, and he was the one who cut my hair the first time I went for the LOB, and he did such a brilliant job with my hair that I decided to go back to Michael John and see what Despina could do with my color. And during the first consultation, she told me, you know what, it's going to be really difficult to maintain that color. She was really honest with me, and she told me going for a black hair which has sort of reddish undertones, which has a tendency to get to a warm color when you lighten it, is very difficult to maintain it in that cool blonde shade that you want. But we can do it if you kind of are regular with your toners. So I said, okay, I really, really want this color, so I am going to give it a go. And she said, okay, you know, do Olaplex treatments. And she was the first hair colorist that told me to get Olaplex treatments done as a single standalone treatment, as opposed to kind of mixing it in with your color. Nobody had told me to do this before, and oh my god, it makes the biggest difference to your hair. It honestly just makes your hair amazing. I have spoken about Olaplex before, but basically what it is, it's a rebonding treatment. It sort of rebonds the ends of your hair. It's especially designed for colored hair, so for hair that's been lightened, because what the bleach does is it damages your hair and it damages the bonds in your hair. And what this does is it rebonds it, and your hair basically, hair shaft, which is basically kind of open and split when you damage your hair by bleaching it, kind of rebonds and it all becomes kind of nice and smooth again. And it really makes the biggest difference to my hair. My hair feels so much healthier. So she told me to get 2 Olaplex treatments done before I got my hair lightened, because my hair was quite damaged, it was quite dry. So it made sense to get the treatment done before, let my hair recover, and then go and lighten it, because she would have to lighten it more than it was already lightened. So she would have to apply bleach. And also what I told Despina was that I really didn't like that kind of ombre look, and I wanted a more kind of traditional highlight effect on my hair. So basically I wanted the lightness to start from the roots. Even though I wanted it to look super natural and super blended, I did want the lightness to start from my roots, because I didn't want the roots to be really dark and the ends to be really light. So I also didn't want all of the ends to be light like it is in a traditional balayage sometimes. I wanted the ends to be piecey as well, so some bits light and some bits dark. She honestly really understood what I wanted. She did such an amazing job. I got the 2 Olaplex treatments done, and then I went to her to get my hair colored. And we got the final coloring done in December, because it was really hard to get bookings with her. She was fully booked out. So finally in sort of mid-December, we finally did the color, and oh my god, the results were amazing. So it's the color I have now. I have never received so many compliments with my hair. Everybody that sees me has noticed there's been a change. Everybody tells me the color looks amazing, and I'm honestly so happy. What she did was she went for a kind of blonde, but kind of a dark blonde, but it was really cool toned, which meant that my hair was no longer looking warm. And what she did tell me was that I would have to go for a toner every month, because my hair does have a tendency to go warm. So if I didn't get toners in, my hair eventually would go warm, because that sort of toner on top of the lightening would eventually wash off, and then I wouldn't have the desired effect. But the brilliant thing is that I don't actually need to get it bleached. So it's just sort of, the maintenance is just sort of getting a toner every month, but to get it kind of colored again, so to get it bleached again and to do the balayage again, I would only need to do half head because the bottom is already light, and I would only need to do that sort of every 5-6 months, she said, which is brilliant. But yeah, the experience has been absolutely amazing. She really understood what I wanted. As you can see, my hair is sort of lightened from the very root. I'll insert a picture now of what inspiration I showed Despina and what I told her I wanted when I got my hair colored. But basically, in a nutshell, that's what it was, and I'm honestly so happy with how my hair looks now. I just love it. I am going to go for a toner this week for it to kind of, because it is getting a little bit warmer. It's been about a month since I got it done. So I'm going for a toner tomorrow, and I'm also going to get it cut by Tamim again. So I'll talk a little bit about the haircut. I went for a traditional kind of lob, and it was all very blunt cut, and that's what I did at the beginning. But as it was growing out, I decided to add in a few more layers. So I decided to add a few very long layers on the back of my hair. I will show you what it looks like from the back now. But yeah, I went in for just a couple of layers on the ends of my hair, just very long layers, and at the front I decided to sort of get my fringe cut again, which I never got rid of when I got my first lob. But then I decided to add a few layers here. I don't know if you can see it very well. But as you can see, I decided to add a few layers sort of at the front of my hair just to kind of give it a little bit of shape around my face. But I have to say, I haven't been loving the layers. It doesn't look bad, and I thought it would give me more volume and more lift, but I think I really much preferred the blunt cut that Tamim gave me initially. So I am going to go a little bit shorter again. I think I'm going to go back to shoulder length, and I am going to get a blunt cut and sort of, I like the layering at the front, but I don't necessarily sort of want that many layers, maybe just a little bit around my fringe area, and the rest sort of just a blunt cut. I think that made my hair look really thick, really healthy, and I just kind of loved the style. I think it looked a lot more modern, and yeah, I just like the fullness it gave my hair. So I'm going to go back to Tamim, and I'm going to get it cut again, and I'm going to go for a blunt, no layered cut, just with a bit of texture on the ends. So I'm going to take you along with me. So yeah, let's go. It's going to be tomorrow, so it's going to be more of a vlog style to the end of this video. And so I'm going to take you with me to get my hair done, to get my toner put in, and to get my ends cut. So I hope you enjoy that. And fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Hey guys, so I'm just at Michael John right now, and I'm going to get my colour refreshed by Despina. So I just have my toner on right now, and I think then they're going to wash it off and I'm going to get it blow dry. Hey guys, so I just got my hair done, and I love how it's looking. My colour's looking so fresh. It's back to looking really ashy. It's a little bit darker than it was before, but it looks really nice and ashy again, so I love it. I think you can see it really well. It looks a bit grey right now, but it does kind of warm up really quickly after I have my toner put in. Like in a couple of weeks it'll be much warmer. So yeah, so I love my new hair, and I didn't manage to get a haircut with Tamim because he was fully booked, but I got a beautiful blow dry by Dayne, so I'm really happy with my new hair. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this sort of mix of a sit down and a vlog video. It was something different for me, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!